the penalty or tax, and when is it required to be paid?
Again, one important distinction there: if the employer is considered a large employer, and if that employer that over 50 full-time equivalent employees and currently offers insurance, and in 2014 they cancel that plan, they will be subject to a $2,000 per employee penalty with 33 full-time employees for every full-time employee they have. If you are small, under 50 full-time equivalent employees, you have a group health plan, you decide to cancel it because it is too expensive, there will be no penalty, and your employees could be eligible for exchange coverage beginning in 2014. So if you're a large, over 50 full-time equivalent employees, there will be consequences in 2014. If you are small, there will not be consequences.
Yes. Keep in mind, too, that the part-timers count toward the question, am I 50 or larger? But once you've answered that question, there are no penalties to be paid on part-timers. You don't have to provide them insurance. You don't have to pay them penalties. Now, this has led to some news stories of employers considering the possibility of moving to all part-time employees, in which then there are no penalties.
All right, we'll go to our next question. We've had a lot of questions in regards to defining what a full-time employee is. Here's a good one. How will temps affect my business? Can I have 49 full-time employees and then hire 10 temps through a temporary service and not get taxed?
Yeah, while we're still waiting on the final IRS regulation telling us what exactly employer, employee, full-time employee, seasonal employee, etc. are, from what they have released so far, the guidance they have released so far says that for the purposes of the size determination, your question refers to, the temporary employees do not get counted towards the employer. They get counted towards the temporary agency. That could and will likely cause the cost of a temp employee to increase, but as far as the size determination and administrative burden, those are employees of the temp agency from what we know so far.
Okay, great. We had a question about seasonal workers. Almost 2/3 of my workforce is seasonal, working only half the year. How will that impact my health care costs?
Oh, half the year, that's sort of on the border of what is considered seasonal and not. What was the number?
120 days in a calendar year.
So in a regular calendar year for a full-time employee, there are about 250 days, so 120 is pushing close to that 50% half-time mark. So that's something that you're going to want to be very careful of with your accountant. It may be very important to you.
Yeah, and we will continue to update our documents. So check back when that final regulation does come that defines seasonal employee. Again, through the year 2014, IRS said they will allow a good faith interpretation for seasonal employee. However, they have not really defined that, but we will continue to update our documents as we learn more.
And keep in mind that seasonals count just the opposite of part-timers. That is, a